Getting a couple people in. Few people in. Is audio good? You guys hear? Let me know in the comments if everything's coming through clear. Let's see. Scarlet Four-Eyed Kuda's in here. That's cool. Good to see you again. Yes, audio's good. All right, that's good. I always gotta check because I've had it a few times where it just cuts out. All right, that's good. That's good. So as per usual, we'll wait for a couple people to get in here, but we might have some more people and guests in here today. I don't know exactly who or how many people yet. Obviously, we will. When they show up. Cold enough? Well, today wasn't as bad as we've had this last week. Tomorrow's going to be cold, but after that, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, going to be pretty good. 30s. Not that it was really great to be in the 30s, but it's better than 10. It was 81 today. Yeah, you're in a better place than Minnesota. For weather, at least. Yeah, it was cold. It was not a ton of fun. Oh. Cat has decided to join the live. Get down. But while we're waiting for some other people, I'll show you guys something I picked up today. I got it a few days ago, but it just shipped today. I haven't gone through and cleaned it up yet, but it is it's a Holley HP 4150 list number if anybody cares. 82751. It was sold to me as a numbers on it, of course, after I got it, and it's a 750. So not quite what I was hoping for, but I got a good enough deal on it that it was still well worth it. Missing the arm that ties here, so I'm gonna have to find one of those. I'll have to look online or something. Because as of right now, nothing connecting the primary and secondary together. So that obviously is not good. You then essentially have a two barrel. So I need to get the linkage rod for that. But otherwise, overall, it's really nice. Video stream's a little choppy. Let me see. Are things all right now? Any second opinions? Is there any connection issues? I'm going to keep rolling with it, but if there's any other problems continuing, I'll have to take a look at it. Ryan, do a live carb rebuild. I don't have a kit or the parts to do it, or else I would. and I don't have my driver with me to get the bowl screws out, or else I would. That's why I like that's why I prefer the flathead style over the hex nut. I know it doesn't really matter; they both function, but that's just my reasoning as to where the older just flathead screwdriver slotted style. So another thing on this that I thought was interesting, you notice, let's try to get it up here where you guys can see it. Obviously, the 4 bowl screws here. That's not a bowl screw. This is a drain. There's a stud, but this is just basically a cap over the stud. So if you were to take that out, you could drain fuel out of the. I've never had a carburetor or seen somebody do that too. I'm sure a million people have done it before, but I've never seen it, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I was a little upset that it ended up being 750 rather than 850. Because if it would have been 850, I would have put it on the Super B, but since it's a 750, I'm definitely not doing that. I'll have to either use the 850 I have or just keep an eye out for another one. So, but yeah, it's a nice carb. Back on the shelf. After we get some more people, I'll probably show it again. Not that it's anything that really matters, but kind of cool to get a good deal on a carburetor. Lots of carbs have that, mostly used in lawn equipment. Huh, I didn't know that. But yeah, I just saw that and I thought it was kind of cool. Definitely something just a little bit different. I don't know what it was used as. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I know the fuel line is actually backwards, as per stock location backwards. This is the front. It's having the exit go out the back. I know that this is the front because there's the linkage. So it's interesting they have the drain on the front, maybe adjusting things on the front with different jet combinations or something. I haven't taken it apart. I don't know what's in it. It could be full of sand for all I know, but got a good enough deal on it that I'm not too worried about it. Even if I got to throw $50 worth of parts at it, it's really good carb. That in mind, I'm probably going to be selling my other 750 double pumper and putting this on the 71 Roadrunner. So that'll be fun. 750 HP instead of the 750 vacuum secondary that's on it currently. So that should help it out a little bit, be a little bit more responsive, especially with the forest. But we'll see. Let's see how it goes. And I'm going to again put the link in the comments for anybody that wants to join the stream and hang out. Anybody can come up here and talk about car stuff or carburetors or whatever, So everybody's welcome to do that always. But what have people been doing or working on or anything? What do we got in here still? Let's see. I wonder if there's another live going on too. If there's another live going on, that's frustrating. I'll just leave it at that. Thursday nights, my spot. You like finding that AC control bracket? I was looking at that. I was looking through a couple of my parts. I've not found one yet. They're just not attached to the pieces that I have. But I do have a couple other places I can check, and I can get back to you. Live at 10 with... Oh, great. This is the frustrating thing about doing YouTube things, you know. I do a live every Thursday. Nobody's my spot. Yeah. You mean like Irish Lodge? That's incredibly annoying if that's true. I've been gone a few times here and there, but I've had the night slot for 8 months or something. I do probably 3 Thursdays a month every month for the last 8 months. 11 p.m. my time. Okay, well, a little bit of a trade-off there, I suppose. Hello? Hello? There you are.
Hey, there you go. Hey,
how's it going?
Good. Nice to meet you. Just figured I'd
nice to meet
drop
you too.
A little bit and put a face with the name and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Kind of hit it off with Jebediah there, and recently moved up to KC from Texas and originally from the Northeast, so just happened, hit it off and be Mopar guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've been down to Jed's place a few times. It's always fun.
Oh, okay. Where are you out of?
Minnesota.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I go back and forth between here and Texas a lot.
What do you do? What do you do down there? What do you do?
I'm always running cars back and forth. All me and my dad do. We work together. All we do is buy and sell Mopar stuff.
Nice. Okay.
So,
okay.
Cars, parts, projects, all kinds of stuff.
I gotcha. Yeah. More or less, I'm from the racing end of it. I'll sell some parts and whatnot, but yeah, I'm from the whole like nostalgia drag racing world, and hence the name Dry Hop with this YouTube thing that he kind of like kicked me in the ass, said you just should do this and stop, just doing Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Jed was saying that you're into the more nostalgia stuff too.
Yep. That's actually really all I do, and even though I work for ProCharger as one of their tech guys and do R&D for them, I'm the engine dude.
You probably know way more about it than I do because I know nothing.
Man, I just wing it. don't let the bald head fool you. I'm only 30 years old, and I just kid from
No,
Mass.
I don't know anything about. I only know naturally aspirated stuff, and even then, I'm not super knowledgeable on it.
Yeah, no, hey, we all start somewhere. That was kind of me with, I freaking blew up enough motors to just finally learn what I do and do not do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of what's always been with the Demon and my truck. I think I'm on my 19th motor.
Jeez.
Yeah. It took a little bit, but that's a lot of racing and revving and being,
Beating stuff up a little bit.
Used old parts.
Oh yeah. No, I've never done any racing. I'll be trying to this year at the No Name National stuff, but never done any racing up until now.
There you go.
Oop.
My basement shop sometimes has shitty connection.
Oh, you're all right.
Yeah. So, who else is jumping in tonight, or was I the only one that really responded?
I think Jed might jump in. Brian doesn't do Thursdays usually because let me check here, because he's working. Sometimes he jumps in on his breaks, but usually no. Usually William jumps in. Not sure if he will today or not. Chris Testa jumps in usually.
Okay.
It just
so
depends.
what, like he said, like.
Oop, you're breaking up a little bit.
There we go. I actually moved right underneath my router in the basement. So, yeah, my router's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I got you back.
Yeah. So what do all those guys do, and like how do these like usually go? Because I'm the technological dinosaur.
The way, everybody does it a little different. Mine's basically just to open chat, hang out, talk to people in comments, talk to people on stream, talk to people about what you're working on, or just BS back and forth. It's just a very casual thing. The way I do all mine.
There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. If I lose it for good, I'm not trying to be rude if I jump off.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Just gonna respond to a couple of comments here. Scarlet Kuda says back in '99 he had a Pro Charger on a 408 Dodge Magnum, putting 550 horsepower to the wheels. You really like that Durango, yeah? That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they were. Let's see if that's there now.
Now I got you back.
All right, mint, cool. Yeah, so I'm sorry because of the internet jumping in and out, just being shitty out here. What was it?
Nope, you're fine.
Durango?
What was that?
What were you saying about Durango?
Oh, a guy in the comments here said he had a Pro Charger on a 408 Dodge Magnum, small block, and 550 horsepower to the wheels, and he said it was in a Durango.
Nice. Yeah, we used to do a Durango kit for a while, actually based off the Magnum platform. Hey, I'm gonna jump because my internet's being a clown. I gotta figure out what this thing's router's doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not to try to be rude, but I gotta figure out how to do this.
No,
with
you're just
the
fine.
internet thing, dude. Yeah, like I said, I'm more or less the engine and do like the whole tech shit is new to me. So we're gonna try this. It's gonna be a butchered thing, but it's gonna work eventually.
Yeah, it does take a little bit of getting used to and a little bit of time. I mean, some people get it all and got to go through different trials and stuff, and everybody does. It's
I
anybody who
gotcha.
says they get it on their first shot isn't telling the whole truth. A lot of trial and error. Oop. Okay. All right. Maybe we'll be back in a little bit. Otherwise, maybe not. And now my internet's being done. Dang it. All right, let's see. My internet's being a little slow, so we'll give that a second. And now it seems to be fine. Part of the SP360 Durango. Okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about that stuff. Yeah, we were having some technical internet difficulties. But after you get some technology stuff, we'll definitely have to have him back on here, on another live for sure. So let's see, what do we got going on? Anybody in comments? Not really. Mopar Nut still in here? I'll put the link in again as I do. Yeah, we dropped. A couple people dropped out. I don't know. Maybe it's internet. Maybe it's people actually find me boring. I don't know. I do not know. It's being slow tonight. I think he said somebody else is supposedly doing a live tonight, which really frustrates me. All right. Let me go ahead and check something quick while we're waiting for a couple people to get back in here. Check a couple things. I don't know. Everybody is cool tonight. which is strange. But we'll keep going for a while at least. Um, somebody's doing a live right now. Buff is doing. For Aikud, is that going on right now? That's going on right now. That would be drastically annoying. That's not really the right choice of words. Let me see. Yep, that's what's causing this. Man, that's annoying. I have no idea. I'm not knowledgeable on Star Wars Broken Dreams Garage. Yeah, Moparnut, there didn't used to be this much traffic, and it's frustrating to say the least. I do same time, same day, every week, consistently. So everybody else can go find something else to do at a different time. I've been doing this for majority of a year. Thursday Night Live is my spot. I'm sorry if that makes me sound bad or sound arrogant or whatever else, but there was a conversation between several people a long time ago saying, hey, there's kind of an opening. Thursday night, nobody really does anything, nobody's doing anything. That I stepped up and I took it and I ran with it. And I'm going to keep on doing it. Well, and try to. Yeah, people. Yeah. Yeah, that's just the answer. People. Who wants to watch Pontiac stuff, anyways? Anyways, at least there's a couple people in here still. And nothing against those guys. I'm sure they didn't know. You have friends in Bloomington? Yeah, Bloomington's about 30 minutes away. Smoke Wrench Garage. Hey, how's it going? Moparnut is in here still. Yeah, we got some. Yeah, Moparnut. People suck. Yep. That's all right. I'm sure they didn't know, and I'm also sure that they probably don't care because their channel's twice the size of mine, even though I've been doing it longer. You know, because that makes sense. Gotta calm down. I'm just sounding like an a-hole. Now we're getting people. That's always good. Anybody in the comments wants to join the stream, there's a link in the comments. I'm going to keep posting it probably every 5 minutes. So if anybody wants to join, you can click that link or copy and paste it or whatever and come up here, hang out, talk cars, talk whatever, you know. They swing from each other's sack, right? What do you mean by that, DRC? I guess I'm not. Which thing are you talking about? Yeah, specify which thing you're talking about because I'm lost. I don't. Yeah, Scarlet 4-Eyed Cootie. Yeah, I don't get worked up about stuff. They swing from each other's. Yeah, the No Name Nails cult. Yeah, there you go. Nothing against those guys. There's a lot of good guys related to all of that, and you know, I'll be at No Name Nationals. I'll be taking part in it. I'll be doing all the other things that people are doing, building a car for it, all that other stuff. But this whole go subscribe to this guy, go subscribe to that guy, go check out this guy's channel, go check out that guy's channel. No. Yeah, it's like nope, that's not gonna fly in my opinion. You work for it and you earn it. You don't get things handed to you. Every once in a while somebody will help you out and give you a little push here and there, but this bring everybody to the top immediately while nobody actually does any work to deserve it? No. That's a joke. Yeah, there you go. DRC agrees. Don't get me too worked up on the no name thing because I'll talk about that all night. It's fun to talk about, but then people just get mad at me. People just get mad at me and think that I'm a hater or something. Yeah, once I get over 3K, they remember nothing. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna name names because I don't feel that's right. But also, to be fair, there's a lot of guys that I met at No Name that in less than a year time went from not having a channel to having a channel over 500 subs, and they did not put in the work to deserve it. It's nothing against people necessarily, it's against kind of the system that they're applying to. Like there was a person, it won't be named, a person with a pretty prominent channel now, over I think almost 4,000 subscribers now, that a lot of videos, does videos almost every day. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. I can't watch his stuff though. It's just no. Hey, no problem, DRC. You're definitely welcome anytime. And hopefully your father pulls through with his cancer. I definitely send out a prayer for him and your family. Yeah, Joe is the coolest, nicest guy. Yeah. hard to soar like an eagle when you're flying with turkeys. Whew, there's a few turkeys in the bunch. That's for sure. But my rant is simple. If you want to go through and build a channel and do all this stuff and earn all these other things, great. By all means, there's plenty of room for people. But what there's not room for is people who want a bunch of handouts. If you want a bunch of handouts and free subscribers and viewers and all this other crap, get to the back of the line and wait your turn. I've had my channel for in March. In 1 month, tomorrow, 1 month and 1 day, it'll been 3 years since my first video. 3 years I worked to get to 1,500 subscribers. Going on now 1,600. And then No Name Nationals comes around and they're handing them out. One after another, after another, after another. Promoting crap. Yeah, sticker swappers, yeah. No, I'm okay with things in general, but I don't subscribe to the, hey, check out this, check out that, check out this, check out that. Get everybody to 500 subscribers because it apparently means something. Build it on your own, do it on your own, or get to the back of the line. Beyond that, start at the back of the line and start doing something to earn things. I'll give you a really, really good example. I had a friend, he's still a really good friend, Brian from Backwoods Performance. He did exactly what I told him to do. And I'm not saying I'm right in that I know everything, because I don't. But I told him, hey, if you want a channel and you want a name, because I told him about it, he's like, yeah, that sounds fun. I was like, all right, well, here's what you do. You start making videos, you start putting in the work, you start making content, you start building a relationship with the people that are watching your stuff, and you grow as a channel. And without handouts, without subscribing to the No Name Nationals crap that is the free handouts, he is over 300 subs now in a very reasonable amount of time. He will make it to No Name on his own. And I'm assuming he's not going to be asking for a bunch from the No Name National people. There's nothing against the No Name National people, but I know it sounds bad when I say it like that, but he's not going to be asking for handouts or putting his name on a list of people that want to go. He's doing it on his own, and he's doing a dang good job. Over 300 subs. And quick little note, if anybody hasn't subscribed to his stuff, I'm not saying go subscribe to his stuff. I'm just saying check it out. He's got a couple cool things. If you like it, subscribe. It's Backwoods Performance. Yeah, 300 is a really good start. DRC races. Some of them people are great. Yeah, a lot of them are. 90% of the people related to it are great. I just don't necessarily agree with the way they're going about it at times. And that's okay. I don't have to agree with everything somebody does, just like you don't have to, you know. It's cool that they're trying to make it to the 500, to make it to the No Name Nationals and all this other stuff. That's great. Good for you. I applaud you for trying and doing it. But before you ask for help, build a foundation for yourself. And the other big thing about the YouTube stuff, and I had a little bit of a crash course in this the other 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago. There's not just making and producing videos, whatever, and putting them out and hoping people watch it and stuff. you have to look at what do people want to see versus what are you putting out. And sometimes you put stuff out and you don't care if people just love the stuff or hate the stuff. Sometimes there's videos you got to put out and you're just like, you know what? This is for me. This isn't necessarily for the people. This is for me to put something out, you know? Sometimes it's like that. But what you can't do is, and I'm not calling anybody out on this. This is not pointed at anybody. This is just generalized statement. I've seen a few people do it, not just, one person. You can't put out a video every single day and get no attention and practically no views and practically nobody cares and keep doing it over and over and over and over again and not adjust what you're doing, what you're filming, or the way you're thinking. It's not working. You need to change. And also, a lot of people are like, put out a video every day and all this other stuff. That's great. That's fine. Okay. I put out a video and I get well over, one generalized rule somebody told me, I think it was Brian from Dust Devil, said YouTube views, if you get 10% of your subscribers to watch a video within the first 24 hours, that's a good start. Okay. So that puts me at about 150 views within 24 hours. I double that. And my stuff doesn't get that much attention compared to, other stuff. But I'll say this, and I'm not gloating, I'm not trying to put myself up on a pedestal or anything like that. For the size of my channel, as compared relationship to the views and good overall viewership I get, not hardly anybody touches me as far as overall subscriber to viewership ratio. Nobody. It depends. There's ups and downs, but I see so many channels that are just 3,000 plus and they're getting less than 100 views on a video. It's like, what are you doing? How is it that bad? All right, I gotta stop. I gotta stop talking about this crap, or else I'm just gonna get more fired up. Let me catch up on a couple comments. If I have opinions, you're welcome to share them. Once again, just want to end on this. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not saying this person, that person is bad or doing the wrong thing or any of this other stuff. But work for what you get, Let's see. Mopar, yeah, 300 is a good start. Yeah, for Brian Backwoods, he's doing good. Some of them people are, yeah, absolutely. Mopar not referring to when I said, sometimes you got to put a video out and you don't really care what happens to it. Yep, for me, too bad if you don't like it. Yeah, there you go. It's a good mindset to have when you're putting stuff out, That's another thing is, you put something out there with the expectation of, I don't really care if it does well, and then it does well. That's bonus, Then it's all an improvement. I've always said, be yourself, not for fake or act, or not fake or acting. Yeah. Smoke Ranch says, like to make it to no name, but if you don't, that's cool. Well, I think for everybody, first of all, obviously try to make it to no name because it'd be cool to actually meet you in person. I know you're in a lot of my lives and stuff, and you've got some cool stuff, and I think it'd be fun to hang out. But also, even if you're not there with a car or something, to go there and represent yourself and to hang out with all the other people is very much worth it. I went there last year. I didn't have a car, but I still went. Broken Dreams Garage. Wow. ... Okay, I don't know what you're saying, wow to, or if it's wow good or wow bad or anything like that. So I don't know. If you have any opinions on whatever I said, you're welcome to share it, good, bad, or otherwise. Mopar Nut didn't start a YouTube channel for views. I started to give me motivation to finish my projects and move forward. Got 6 cars to get done. Yeah, that's another big thing is, um, there's all kinds of good stuff related to that. Like when I look back on some of the stuff on my channel, there's a few, well, more than a few, there's several cars on the channel that we don't own anymore, And other than a few pictures, that's the only way I can really go back and kind of revisit that. The 73 Charger, the 70 Barracuda, 73 Barracuda, the 70 Challenger TA, 73 Satellite, um, a 68 Cornet RT. Trying to think of others. I'm sure there are others. Actually, very briefly, my first video ever, 68 Charger. Maybe. I don't remember if I scrapped that video or not. I think it was there. So there's 6 or 7 cars, maybe more, that I can go back and look at again. Heaven's Mopars, hey Ryan, everyone else here on lunch break. Well, nice to hang out. You guys saying hi. Smoker Edge says, definitely the plus side of the YouTube channel. It gives you a reason to work on your stuff. Yep. Hand pink waving. I don't know what you mean by that one, Jed. But sure. Yeah, Mopar Knight, you remember the 3rd gen. Yeah, you're one of the earlier people that subscribed to my channel. I think at least, yeah, we're one of the earlier people that saw my stuff. You've commented on some of my really old stuff way over a year old, almost 2 years old. So that's definitely cool. Yeah, that Charger was fun. Had a goofy shifter in it though that ended up blowing up the transmission. So that's not ideal, but otherwise it was fun. That car I did a lot of work and really kind of cut my teeth on that one. That one was that one was the biggest thing to do, to learn. Well, I know that, Brian. No Name Nationals isn't just a sub swap. If it was a sub swap, it goes against YouTube policies. Really, it's just, yeah. I went on a rant. I'll take credit for going on a rant. No, you won't get 500 just by asking there and there. No, there's not 500 people in the community, but it's sure going to do a major jump start, whether or not you deserve it. And if your chance crappy, you won't get subs. It'll be harder, but you still get them. Anyways, I'm gonna be done with my No Name National rant because I'm just gonna piss people off if going on and on about it. I'm just gonna make people upset. No, Mopar, not. You just want to see me get riled up. Nope, I'm just gonna make people upset. I really don't care, but were you trying to type my name, Jed? Raya? Favorite Mopar? Jeez. And least favorite. Least favorite would be I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm not a real big fan of the really early B bodies, but I know the importance of them because they're the origin and it stemmed out to the later B bodies. I know that. I know that's where they're important, but I don't know, maybe like 62 Dart or something. I never got behind those. I'm sure I'll think of a better one, but or like anything modern. Yeah, then there's like the 80s, the Muratas and Stealth, and favorite probably 69 Super B. Probably a 69 Super B would be favorite. 69 Super B or 71. Least favorite would be either one of the like late 80s crap boxes or something like that. Yeah, I like a K car. Yeah. Yeah, like Scarlett said. Favorite truck? That's a good one. Favorite truck? 1972 D100. 72 or 79? 70? No. Crap. Dodge C800. Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I like the grill on the 72. That's a 1 year only. Or I also really like the 1979 and 80, the one with the one single round headlight, not the two square rectangle stacked ones. That just looks dumb. But the single like circle headlights and it has a bar horizontally through. Hey, here's a link in the comment there if you want to tell us all about that C800. I don't know. If you feel like joining, you can. There's Roy. 87 Ram Charger, a real truck, yeah. I'd really like to get probably one of my super like favorite would be really cool to get. Wouldn't even quite be a Ram Charger, it'd be something a little odd. A Trail Duster. They're just cool. They're Ram Charger, and then there's just a next little step up, the Trail Duster. It's just cool to me. They're rare. They're really rare. Um, but there's a lot of cool like sport packages that they had on those trucks. There's macho ones and all kinds of stuff. All right, let me check something here on my computer. I'll be right back. The later trucks have better ball joints. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure as time went on, I'm sure they progressed a lot of things about them. Um, you know, yeah, I saw that video, Jed. That was cool. You just swap all the later stuff onto the 78, yeah. Crash, you have a trail duster? You want to sell it? I'll tell you a story. I don't really have any good stories off the top of my head. Oh, yeah, Roy. I don't know that one. Hey, Mike. How's it going? Big Mike. But yeah, Crash, 2 questions. First of all, what condition is it in? Second of all, is it for sale? Uh, tell us a story about No Name Nationals. Okay. This story's probably been told several times, but it's about a race, and I think I wasn't. It wasn't even for a race. It was preparing for a race. And there's nothing against Adam at Hoosier Garage. It was just funny. Just because it was up by the line, and I was just watching. He was just wanting to make a test pass. He never made a pass down a strip that I'm aware of. And there were people trying to, I don't know the whole story, he would have it. But there was, well, you have a good night, Roy. There was people trying to give him directions, doing all this other stuff, and he wasn't watching the light turn green either, and bad connection. Wait for my connection to come back. But he was sitting at the light waiting for it to turn, but when he was distracted by the other people around him, it already had turned green. And I think his pass was like 11 or 12 seconds, and his reaction time was longer than his pass because he didn't realize the light was on and he was just sitting there. I probably would have done the same thing though. Yeah, I might. Mike, I don't know. I'd have to go through my bin of stuff, but I commented on that video where you tagged me in it. I gave you my email in the description of all my videos. Just shoot me an email. Shoot me an email one to you if I have one. Roy boy, you're hunting coyotes with night vision. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Never done that before. Sounds fun though. Let's see. Let's look back at some other comments here. Here we go. What are you doing?
I don't know. You're quiet. That's better. You should say something.
Huh?
I said you should say something.
Okay, I couldn't hear you. I just had to turn my volume up.
Huh. Anyways, you want to play a game, Ryan?
Possibly. I just noticed it's funny you jumped in right at the 1 hour mark.
And now is when this show goes really downhill, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, so my
totally.
question earlier, Ryan, to your favorite and least favorite car.
Yeah.
I can't believe you don't like 62 Darts. That is the absolute coolest car Chrysler ever made. If anybody argues, they're wrong.
Well, let me revisit that. I would take that over a K car.
Okay, I'll take that victory.
But they're just the styling. Just there's things about it that just don't appeal to me. They're great for some people, I'm sure, and they're not that bad. But it just doesn't go with my styling, my opinions.
Okay, let's just say you
That
have.
or something from like the 30s or something.
Yeah, you get kind of weird back there. So let's just say you're at a predicament and you are offered a 69. We're going to call it a Cornet.
General body style, yeah.
Yeah. And then you're offered a 62 Dart. Here's the catch. The 69 Cornet has a 318 tube barrel with a 904 grandma geared. It's literally plain Jane. You can't modify these cars. You have to leave them as they are. The 62 Dart, on the other hand, is a 4-speed Dana, and it's got a 426 Hemi Crossram A990 race motor swapped into it. And also, let me throw in the Cornet is like this god awful pea yellow color.
Well, let me say, related to, and I'll bunch them together. I know it's not entirely fair, but I'll bunch them together as early B bodies, 65 and prior. You know, there's really the 62, 63, and then 64, 65. But I'll bunch them together just for general speaking. Those cars in stock trim do not appeal to me really at all. But when they're kind of jacked up, bigger tires, mini tub, race stuff going on, then they're kind of cool. But stock trim, no.
I want to build
But
a
yes,
62
between
Dart.
the two, I would take the 62 Dart, even though stock trim to stock trim, it's not even a comparison.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Can chat hear me all right?
I'm assuming so, but everybody's just quiet. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you, Smoke Ranch. At least I know this mic thing's working.
Yeah, good point. Did I show you the carp I picked up today?
No.
Well, it got shipped to me actually, but I thought it was 50. It's a 750. So slightly disappointed, but still not bad. It's HP, and it's
see that.
missing. It's missing the linkage arm to tie the primaries and secondaries together, so that's fun. And I have to
Allstate has
find
that.
one of those somewhere. I kind of
Allstate.
figured.
Yeah.
Let me see. I got.
What's happening?
Big Mike.
What do you know?
Not much.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of that stuff you've been putting out lately. I'm gonna say you know quite a bit. Nice.
It's all
Sexy.
scripted.
Yeah, it's a 750.
That's what's going on the Green Goblin.
Yeah, it's nice. The fuel line is on backwards for some reason, but other than that, it's nice. Also, you see the bowl drain going on here.
Oh yeah, it's got one of the old big knobs on it.
Yeah, it's just a stud. It's kind of cool. I never had one with that on it before.
So
I'm sure I want.
You used to be able to get those where you get them on all the Bulls, and Andrew's car has that.
I'll say that would have been handy for Jay Irish Outlaw last year whenever he put all that bad gas in that car. That thing was terrible. It was full of water.
Mike, I gotta apologize that I haven't seen any of your Charger videos because I was going through my subscription the other morning right before I went to the shop, and I saw a thumbnail of your Charger, and I go, oh shit, Mike's doing his Charger. And I saw, wait, that's part 8. What the fuck?
Well, okay, so we had quite a long hiatus because my buddy who's helping me, okay, well, it works in the medical field, sales or some kind of thing. He flies all over the world all the time. And he's been really busy the last couple of few months. And his daughter is Denny Jensen. She races NHRA dragsters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so he's been helping me. Well, and then, one thing led to another. So now he's like, okay, we're about ready to get back on it. Well, now we're in an ice storm and all that crap, and real soon we're going to be getting that thing buttoned up. So I got the interior put back in it and all that. And tomorrow I'm making a mad dash 12-hour round trip drive to Illinois to go pick up something for the Charger. And well, I'll show everybody when I get back.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to find a lot of stuff around here, I mean, I don't know. And especially like cool old school stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
How many hours did you say that trip was going to be?
Well, it's about a 12-hour round trip. It's 6 hours up, 6 hours back. Yeah, it's up past St. Louis up through to New Douglas, Illinois. Yeah, Livingston,
you won't be taking
Illinois.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming you won't be taking the trek to Indy then.
No. I'm gonna be just hammering down. I'm taking the wife's little Subaru Crosstrek and getting on it up on I-44 and just hammer down and get up there, do my business. And I'm trying. Been chatting with Jeff from Two Hacks and Brian from Dust Devil, and we're going to try to have lunch together up there tomorrow. So that would be super cool if we can get that together.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, just something kind of random, for a Friday.
I like Scott's comment about your breaking down in peer pressure and getting a tunnel ram.
Well, I put out a short today and I said to take a guess on what it is I'm going to get. And like I said, I'm not going to tell anyone until I get back tomorrow, and I'm going to put up a video. I'll probably put up a video or two, a couple shorts, and then I'll put up a video. Hopefully me and Jeff and Brian can get together. I talked to Jay from Irish Outlaw because he's only a couple hours from there too, but he said he is knee deep in his big rigs rear differential. I said, ooh, that sucks. No thanks.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's either a supercharger or a tunnel ram. It's got to be something super cool.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, for me, I think it's super cool, but you never know, man. It may not be that cool to everyone else because I'm easily, impressed.
I am
It is
too.
Mopar, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I-
see it.
There's going to be a lot of tunnel rams at No Name this year.
Yeah.
You know who won't have a tunnel ram there this year?
You.
Yes, Scott, I will tell them you said hello. Yeah, I'm just going to tell you right now that my car is going to be naturally aspirated. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Now, the other one, the Blue Goose, my 31 Plymouth, that one may or may not end up with a little bit of assistance other than just, mechanical assistance.
Mike, I've got an early Dodge Hemi for sale.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. It's funny. A buddy of mine, he told me, he says, you need an early Hemi for that thing, man. And I said, I sure do. Are you buying? I mean, that sounded like an offer, you know?
It kind of does, yeah.
Well, so you see, I talk to a lot of people, okay, and I'm just that guy. I talk to a lot of people, and I'm always talking to people about what I'm doing, all this. I talk to them about the channel. I talk to them about, you know, just everything. And this guy at the salvage yard who ended up having to tow my big F-350 whenever my lift pump went out, you know, anyway, I was telling him about the channel. He's like, "Oh, you're into Mopars, huh?" And I told him, "Yeah." And I told him about the 31 Plymouth is going to be my actual No Name Nationals build for this year. I'm hoping to bring both cars, that one and the Green Goblin. But I told him I'm just looking for a donor vehicle that I can just swap everything straight over into it. You know, the motor, the transmission, the wiring harness, you know, all the electronics, everything. So I don't have to chase down anything. And so he gives me this old wrecked 86 D250 with a 318 and an automatic. I mean, it runs, drives, everything. And I've got a dude up here not too far from me. It's got a Wien, or no, it's not a Wien. It's a Edelbrock Performer 4-barrel intake for it. Got another dude over here who's got some aluminum heads for it, and with 202 valves. And I'm just like, so we're going to get a little fun with that 31 too.
Well, let me just throw it out here. Baby Dodge Hemi has the same bell housing pattern as the small block LA.
Yeah. So what kind of price range are we talking though?
So my particular engine has a 4-barrel iron intake, which are really rare. It's also got a harmonic balancer, but it comes with a a car style 4-speed bell housing with the flywheel and everything. And I've also got some high compression Jans pistons for that Hemi, which will take it from the 7.5 it's rated at to probably 10 or so. They're pretty good sized dome. And then I've got all the O'Brien Trucker fin dress up stuff. And I was saying for all of that, I was asking 18, but I came down to 1,600 for the last guy. That's probably where I'll settle for everything.
Right.
Oh, and I got another set of new old stock Chrysler 270 Dodge Hemi pistons, which that engine will bore out 270 pretty easily.
Mm. Well, so here's the thing though, is, you know, with the Hoopty Barn, it's all other than the Green Goblin. That's my baby. I've had that car since I was 18. That's the one that, you know, I put all my money in. All my other stuff is showing people how to put something together for little and no money.
Yeah.
I've got less than $1,000 in the 51 Coronet. Everything, all total. I've got less than $1,000 in that car. I mean, it looks like it too, right?
Well, I thought it looked pretty damn cool. I like it.
But
$1,000 and it passed tech.
yeah. So anyway, but the whole thing is, you know, all I had to do for that truck is whenever I do an episode on the 31, I'm putting out the advertisement for this guy's business.
Oh.
And he's sponsoring the build. So
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like that. So I'm going to have almost nothing in that car. I gave $1 for that 31. I gave $1 for that 31. And I've already taken it down to the state police headquarters and had them verify the VIN and all that. Well, the body tag, and had them do the affidavit because I'm filing for a bonded title. And so I've already got that all in the works, because the plan is so to drive that car to California before the end of this year.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my dad and his first cousin in 1964, they put a 48 flathead Ford engine in that thing and hooped it all the way to California. They didn't even have it bolted down because the engine was too wide and it sat just inside on the fender wells. And they drove it all the way to California without the engine bolted down.
Oh God.
I come by it honest,
awesome.
dude. It's ridiculous.
That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah. Yeah. They made it all the way to California before they had got a ticket. And they said the whole way there, all it was check the gas and fill up the oil. Said it leaked like a sieve the whole way, smoked like the devil. But they got to California and they got tickets for excessive emissions for the smoke, and they got improper windshield, improper tail light. What they used for a brake light was an old speedometer casing for, a gauge casing, and he took red fingernail polish and painted the lens red.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
they got 6 tickets that totaled $31. Yeah, in 1964. So yeah, it's a cool old car. It's been in my family a long time, and so now me and my cousin, which is my dad's cousin's son. We're the kids of the guys who did it first. We're planning to take it to California this year to recreate the trip, the old Route 66. What's left of it? A lot of it's gone away. Had interstate took over and all that, but yeah, that's the plan. But we're also going to have it at No Name Nationals, and it's not going to be hoopty like they had it. It's still going to. I'm not painting it or anything. I'm not doing body work. I mean, even whenever the trooper who was doing the information on it, he says, "What color?" I said, "What do you mean, what color?" He says, "Well, I got to have a color for the title," and I was like, "Primer red." That's what it is. He's like, "Really?" I was like, "Well, yeah." So, it's a cool old car. It's still. I was going to try to wedge a 440 in it, but then I wouldn't be able to put my hood skirts on there because the heads and the exhaust manifolds stand out so far. I never would have been able to put I want to keep everything concealed in there.
That's one of the things that makes the Dodge Hemi so desirable.
Yeah.
A lot of those early cars, you can still keep the hood sides.
Right.
The Chryslers and DeSotos you can't, but the Dodge you can.
Yeah. And that's the thing is I really want to be able to keep it all hidden. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, keep people unaware.
I saw basically the opposite of that. Somebody had a Plymouth about the same era and put a 426 Max wedge in it with the long cross rams that are sticking out above the valve covers on the outsides, basically.
Nice. Yeah. I bet that just looked crazy sticking out of there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
he had like 32-inch tall tires on the back and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody's already changed out the front spindles and the rear axle on this. They're not original. And I'm not sure. I haven't even really got into it because I've got a couple more projects that I have to finish before I get to that. I'm wanting to finish the motor and get it installed, which should be within the next 2 weeks, in the Green Goblin. And I've got to get on my wife's 66 Charger. Now I've got the disc brake conversion kit for it. We're doing the 4-wheel disc brake conversion, and I got to put the new fuel tank in and new shocks and tires, and that's pretty well ready to go.
Like I said, on that 4-wheel disc brake conversion, make sure you got a good proportioning valve. We did one of those deals on my buddy Dan's 62 Fury.
Uh-huh.
and it was way too sensitive. You just look at that brake pedal right.
It's like whoa, through the windshield, huh?
Yeah, it was too powerful.
Yeah. Well, and this one, it was in the car when I bought it. I felt like I got a pretty smoking deal on that car. It was, I get $3,500 for it. I drove it onto the trailer.
Wow.
Yeah. I drove it off the trailer. I drove it up to my stables and then back down here to the barn and back up to the stables. Another thing I'm going to do to it is I'm going to go back with the original 2-barrel setup. Somebody put an adapter on it, put a big, crazy Edelbrock 4-barrel on it that's just dumping gas. I mean, you can smell it just pouring the freaking gas through it,
Well, it's never good to do those 2 to 4-barrel adapters.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not that hard to just change out an intake. I mean, I know those intakes are expensive for a Poly 318, 4-barrel intake, but still, but I love that it's an all matching numbers car, and I felt like I got a pretty good deal on it.
I think so. Any car you buy that you can drive on the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can go out there right now and just connect the battery cable, fire it up, and I can drive it anywhere. Just the brakes are really, really, really soft though. It's got that little single, manual brake thing, and it's just, and it's like all the way to the floor, and we're not going to have all that. My wife's going to be driving that car, so that's going to be her little grocery getter, Sunday go to town car, whatever. We may go to a few cruise ins or something,
That's a good car to do it in.
Right. Well, it's got the old 3 on the tree, and it's the thing about it is, the reason the guy sold it to me so cheap, he had 2 other guys offer him more money for it. And first thing he asked them, well, what do you plan on doing with it? And they said, well, I'm going to rip that 318 out, put in a 440 and put a 4-speed in the console and all that. He's like, nah, I'll just hold on to it. It's been sitting out here this long. It ain't hurting nothing, And he turned down $5,000 twice for it because he didn't want to see it get destroyed. And when he asked me what I would do with it if he sold it to me, and I told him, I said, dude, I'm going to be honest with you. If I buy it, I'm going to make sure the suspension, the brakes, all that are safe, and make sure it's roadworthy. Everything's good to go. And then I'm going to just clear coat. I'm going to clean it and clear coat the paint, and I'm just going to drive it and love on it, because not every car has to be a hot rod.
That's true.
Some of them can just be cool cars. There's plenty of cars in the junkyard. I can prove that, that you can go out and make a hot rod out of for little and nothing.
That's how I feel about my Dusters. I wish it wasn't all chopped up in the back, so that way it could literally just be normal.
Right. One thing I really like about that thing is that I like that it's got the OG wide body kit on it. You see how those fenders are flared out on the 66?
Yeah.
They're really cool, man. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, my uncle's got a 66 Cornet I've been trying to get from him for a long time, and that's got a Poly 318 in it, but that one has a 4-barrel on it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I found a cast iron 4-barrel, dual 4-barrel intake for that Poly, and $600. It's like, like I said, it doesn't have to be a race car. So we're just going to go back with the 2-barrel. It'll be fine for just puttering around town and just, going to a few shows and whatever.
That's how I plan on keeping my truck. It's a 361 industrial with a 2-barrel, and I filled the 2-barrel full of Marvin Mystery Oil, and I could actually pump it through the accelerator nozzle. So it's like, well, let's just put this thing back on, because I don't have a kit for it, which hopefully it works. So when we get the engine back together on the truck, I'm going to hopefully get that 2-barrel working.
Nice.
You got the short block broke free yet?
No, I've been working on heads are rebuilt. That video comes out tomorrow, and I'm cleaning everything we took off. There's about that whole engine was about 2 inches thick with grease.
Oh, nice.
And literally the garage looks like it just looks like grease. It's everywhere.
Well, before I put that 318 in the Blue Goose, I've been talking with Ed's machine, and probably going to take that engine down there and just have it decked, you know what I mean, just to make sure everything's nice and square, you know, and flat and all that before I put different heads on it and all that stuff. And talking to a guy, well, the one guy's got some aluminum heads, another guy's got some X heads, you know, and I don't know. We're just gonna find out, you know, as we go. Oh no, here's the riffraff.
Yep, non-Mopar guy in the room.
Uh-oh. All right, that's it. I'm out.
Yep. GM guy shows up and ruins everything.
Yeah. It's okay. I got Mopar right here.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know why why is that in your bedroom, Jed?
There's a polished Hemi tunnel ram actually right where my thumb is.
No.
What do you mean? Why is that in his bedroom? That's his freaking girlfriend, man.
I know.
But you don't have 3 tunnel rams in your bedroom either?
No.
I do.
No.
I've got 4 carburetors in the room that I'm in.
And you see, Jed, that's when you tell him jealousy and envy, the bane of my existence.
You have one of these, Ryan.
Man, that's
No,
sweet.
you gotta put that on the truck.
That would be wild to actually put that on that 361.
Yeah.
That would be.
That's the carburetor.
Keep it a 2-barrel. Make it a cool 2-barrel.
True.
What is that, a 500 race 2-barrel?
That is a 4570 Dominator, one of the original Dominators from Holly that used to have the hole for the choke, a NASCAR carburetor. Someone cut in half.
Oh, okay.
So it's literally just half of a Dominator.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it'd be about 520 CFM or so, whatever it would. You just split it. No, Ryan, you want to talk about how many carburetors you got currently? 1, 2.
I'm not trying to compare because I know I lose.
8, 9, 10, 11. I count 11. Just wow, I have 11 carburetors in my bedroom. Wow.
Yeah, I think I've got 8 or 9 on my top shelf in my shop, not counting the ones that are on my motors, or my engines. But you know.
I think I counted them up one day, and it was over 40.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm the late bloomer in the game. You know, I spent all my young life working my life away, doing stupid crap like laying blocks and, you know, and putting off till tomorrow what I could have done today, you know. And then I was playing with toys. My wife, she told me, she's like, seriously, dude, if you would put as much time, money, and effort into playing with your real cars as you do in those stupid Hot Wheels, you know, you'd have all your real cars running. I'm like, you know what? You're right. And so, boy, does she regret that.
Howdy, Dr. Art.
Well, hey, Dr. Art.
Yeah, Dr. Art's here.
Yeah.
That's the day she became an enabler.
What's that?
I said that's the day she became an enabler. She enabled you.
Yeah, yeah, she's an enabler for sure. I mean, she just gave me a fat stack of cash today and said, "Okay, go get your toy." What?
Where do I sign up?
Eber. So, Yeah, no, she really enjoys it too, though. I mean, and that 66, like I said, that's her car. I bought that for her. I've got my 72 and all my other toys and whatever, but she really loves that 66 Charger. And so I'm fixing that up for her, and I got to get the seats redone. You know, well, I tell you what, that's gotten expensive, man. Those low back bucket seats, like $1,500 to recover 4 of those dudes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just like, geez, man.
I bought the
Yeah, I
seat
gotta do it
covers for
the same.
my 66 Dart 2 years ago now, probably from Classic Industries on sale with like every discount. And it was like, I think I ended up spending like 650 or it's like $800 for just the front 2 buckets, all the foam, burlap, and the pearl white covers.
Wow.
I figured at some point that car will have a decent interior in it,
Yeah.
and I have buckets for it, so better buckets.
Yeah, one day I may get all the interior actually done proper in my Charger, but probably not. It's not ever going to be a show car, you know. And I mean, I'm running it with the all the organic weight reduction on the rear quarters and all that. I ain't skinning it. I'm just running it. You know, I don't think it's going to be fast enough to have to worry about drag. So,
As far as I'm concerned, you can leave the restoration to the next guy.
right. Yeah.
Let's just have fun and enjoy these cars.
Right. And that's the thing is I just want to pull the wheel off the ground. That's all I want to do. Is
all
that
I
so
ever
much
wanted
to
to do.
ask?
I am with you. That actually was my only thing I ever wanted to do with Jezebel's drag strip was pull wheels.
Yeah. That's what I'm after this year in the Green Goblin. I want to pull the front wheels off the ground. And I think that 452 will do it. Time I get it all done with the gear setup I've got and all that, I think it's gonna get them up there. We'll see. I'm planning on being at Mocan for Mopar's Invade end of April.
I got a couple more things to do to the Barracuda before I can go racing, but I hope to be racing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get I got to get a drive line built for it too.
That's actually one of the things I got to get done for the Barracuda is it's got to get its real drive shaft in there.
Yeah, I got to get a legit drive shaft in there. I'm not gonna play around with some junk crap that the first thing I'm not going to want to get out there and hit the gas and then everything twists to pieces and I'm done for the day and I'm sitting there watching everybody else going, crap, this sucks.
That was me at No Name.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to bring up bad memories.
No, I got currently the Barracuda is running the little 7260 U joints with a conversion deal. And it spit those out on the first drive. And I got a big Chrysler 7290 drive shaft. I just got to shorten it up because everything on the car is set up for 7290. And I definitely don't want to run conversion U joints.
Yeah.
No, that's the weak link right there.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised the conversion U joints on the Jack Pine held up.
Yeah, he must have some good ones. All that torque of that blown 440 and those giant tires, that's just putting a lot of stress on a tiny part.
Putting a lot of stress on everything.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's an automatic too, so the shock won't be quite as bad.
Yeah.
Not like it was with the 4-speed. You can get away with a little bit more on the freaking automatic than you can on a stick car.
Yeah.
I got to catch up on your videos, Mike. I got to look at that Green Goblin.
Yeah, she's coming along. Well, if you look at my little short that I put up today, I mean it's 15-second short. It's you can just kind of get a view of I'm a weird guy. I know a lot of people just like it. Everything plain. Mine's got all the stripes and chrome and all that, all the decals and all that stuff, all original to the car, and it came out with chrome everywhere, and I kept every bit of it on there, dented up and all. Man, I kept every stitch of it.
Yeah, I had the 73 Charger for a while, and that was fun.
The cool thing about this one too, it's got 2 mirrors. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's got the 2 factory mirrors on it. You know, and then the one in the driver's side's got the little whoop-de-woo handle on it to move it around. You
Oh
know?
yeah, the remote mirror.
The
Yeah,
remote
Yeah.
area.
Yeah. And
That's
you can't
why
see anything out of them because that big butt sticking out there. You can't see. You got about that much mirror.
yeah. My poor satellite, even though it's got both mirrors on it, kind of like your car. Unfortunately, yeah, you don't get much visibility out of them.
No.
My 73 only had one, but that car was weird. It was ordered with all the rally stuff, the rally package. It was a factory 440 car, but it was a low trim class coupe. The rear
Hmm.
windows didn't roll down and it had the coupe base interior, but with the rally package. I did research on it. It's one of only 26 ever built,
Wow.
and it was original. It's
Nice.
ugly color, but it was that tawny gold brown color.
Well, a lot of folks ain't a big fan of the green. Like mine's Sherwood green on the exterior, but it came with what's called the Topper X package. It had the gator grain vinyl top, but the vinyl top was green as well. And that gator grain, there's only little remnants of it left along the edges and stuff. And I just left all those little scales on there, just to, kind of show that it's all beat up and weathered and half gone, well, most gone. And it also has the hideaway headlights and all that stuff. I got my headlight motor rebuilt by a automotive place down here in Springdale, Peterson's Auto Electric. And they only charged me $130 to rewind it.
Oh,
And
That's not bad.
cheap enough.
Wow.
Try buying a new one or
Yeah.
a refurbished one. Man, they're freaking expensive.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
reminded me, Mike. I actually got to get side glasses for my truck. Thank you. Mentioned that getting that deal rebuilt, and it just reminded me I got to get measurements to take them down to the glass shop and get them to cut me some new windows.
Yeah.
Did you get that running yet, Jed? No.
I've been working on that all this week.
Is it pretty
been
messed up?
It's been like 20 degrees every day, but I've been out in the shop every day. I got both heads completely rebuilt and a video filmed on an at-home, cylinder head reman.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to do worth a shit, but maybe it'll get someone off their butts and knowing that it's pretty easy to rebuild a cylinder head at home. And
Yeah, it's not hard.
got all the heads, got both the heads done, valve covers cleaned and painted, got the intake. I mean, literally, I've probably cleaned about 7 pounds of dirt and grease off everything.
Oh man.
And all I got left to do, I got the air compressor all cleaned up, and then I got the distributor with the governor assembly. I need to inspect all those parts, and then the water pump, which that water pump is literally this big. It's fucking
It's
huge.
probably huge because it's an industrial engine.
Yeah, you see the pictures of the industrial 413s and stuff, and that water pump doesn't look that big until you have to manhandle it.
Yeah, I was gonna say so you have to hug it.
It's a big chunk, and it's got lines that go to the air compressor. The intake manifold, the EGR, the crossover,
Yeah.
on this engine, that's actually a coolant passage.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it goes from the front of the head to the front of the other head. Yeah, on those industrial 413s, I know they are. A lot of some of them old motorhomes have some of those big suckers like that in there. So Jeff from Two Hacks just sent me this text. They were out testing and tuning on the monkey bike earlier, him and his boy. And yeah, pretty funny.
How'd you get the valves unstuck, Jed?
So it's all showcased in the video tomorrow, but I'll just go ahead and tell you it's cool to watch. So Dad had this. I was originally just going to heat up the guides and hopefully expand them enough where I could start beating on them with a brass mallet. And Dad had this ingenious idea. He built this like cage of a piece of sheet metal. So we had the intake ports pointed right at the space heater, and we funneled the heat right in through the ports and heated the head and guides up until you can literally watch in this little clip where the valves are stuck open and they just slowly suck themselves shut.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
And then I was able to get the spring compressor on because someone had beat those valves open so far that the springs were bottomed out.
Oh, geez.
With this, I was able to actually take the valve springs off, and then there was 5 stuck intake valves, which corresponded to the 5 bent push rods. And I literally had to drive those 5 intake valves out with a brass mallet. And I had to drive them for so long, I literally took a push rod I had, a junk push rod, and just used it to beat on to get the valves out.
Oh, my God.
And I think obviously the valves got stuck at some point from varnish and other crap. But I think when the last people who were working on the truck were trying to unstick the valves, they just beat them so hard with a sledgehammer that they mushroomed the tip so much. That's why it took so much to get them out. I chucked the valves in my lathe, checked them for round. Only one was a little bent, and chamfered that edge more. And now they glide right in and out. They have a great seal. It's freaking amazing.
A lot of play in the guides, or they seem pretty tight?
No, they're beautiful. What's up, NSB? Wow. Yeah. In fact, there's so much seal on the valve guide itself that if you have oil in there and you got oil in your finger and you put it over the end of the valve guide and you try and pull the valve out, it'll actually suck back.
Yeah, it sucks back in. Nice. Nice. Man, that's luck there, though. You could have had a Galded guide or something.
Yeah, I was. The only part that sucks is so there's still sodium-filled exhaust valves. One of them, I think it's number 5. It looks like it's collapsed, like it's been broke open. It spilled all of its beans. Yeah, I can't find any of those valves anywhere. So just put it all back in, hope for the best. And then that one valve that was slightly bent, it never cut 100% all the way around on the valve seat. I re-lapped them, but it was good.
Your funny thing?
It's still
sealing up then, even after you lapped it.
There's my hero.
Fine.
Didn't even figure out what you're going for?
No, not yet. Well, I mean, they've made lots of guesses. We'll put it that way. I haven't told anyone yet if they're right or wrong. So
I am not going. So enjoy.
No, she's not going. Me and Ike are going. Me and my boy, we're gonna. They got AMI right now. Everything's covered in ice here, you know. But the farther we go north, I mean, the highways are clear. It's just all the side roads around here are just like 2 inches of ice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, my wife went down the driveway yesterday in her Subaru, and it's still down at the bottom. We've got about an 1/8 of a mile driveway, and so I have to take my big F-350 in 4-wheel drive and get a run at it to make it up our driveway.
Good grief!
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
So, anyway.
Sorry, my phone's been going off.
Yeah, let me interrupt real quick. Just backstep. I'm pretty sure basically nobody was here when I was talking earlier on the live. just brief little announcement thing. I think there was a misunderstanding with one thing I was talking about earlier, just because I'm getting a couple of feedback from some people that I think there was a misunderstanding from a couple things I was saying earlier. I was talking about No Name earlier and just stuff about that, and I was a little bit critical of some things and people, and I think it was just misunderstanding or something. By all means, I'm definitely a supporter of the event and everybody just hanging out, having a good time. I was there last year. It was the best event that I went to that year that I've been to in many years. I guess there might have been misunderstanding of me being kind of critical of it, and if there was that, I do apologize. I obviously don't mean that. Went there last year. I'm going this year, and just want to hang out with people and have a good time. So if anybody's got any questions or concerns or something with me related to No Name, reach out, contact me. If there's problems, let me know. I don't want to be miscommunicated as any sort of drama or crap. I think there's a misunderstanding going on. So not trying to hijack the live thing here, but I think there was something going on. So just want to make that as clear as possible. So there's not any stupid drama like there has been in the past, and I don't want to be associated with such a thing. So anyways, carry on. I don't really know what's going on. I was just told that I was too critical of something, and I don't really know what. So yeah. All right. Number one rule of YouTube: don't piss anybody off, because it's going to come back around accidentally, and I don't want that to be a problem.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we still have an agreement.
About what?
You don't want me to say it on the live.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Remember that deal we had where?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
talking-
yeah.
Was it for pinkies?
Yeah.
That's still happening.
I remember now.
I don't know.
A whiteboard of truth right beside me. It's happening.
Whiteboard of truth.
The whiteboard of truth. Uh-oh.
It's right below my cancer anniversary date, so that's how serious I'm taking this.
Love
I'm
you.
gonna say the whiteboard of
Wow.
truth. Is that anything like Plastic Gauge?
Oh shit!
Oh man, Ryan.
He's furiously typing.
I see that. We need to booze him up, Jed. That's what we need to do.
I don't know. I'm being flushed with all kinds of things, and I don't know what the heck I accidentally did to make somebody upset. And I'm
I
think you're the bee's knees, so there you go.
the thing.
I
got
caught
that.
the tail end of
Ryan?
your thing,
Yeah.
Okay.
but I don't know what exactly was said, so I don't.
Yeah.
Long story short, back up. This is not a rant. This is just a recap of things I said that may not have pleased people. I was just saying I've not always, I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at No Name, and I think everything's going to be fun. I just think, sometimes people work a little better if they work independently from the larger community, and that's okay. Some people are really good with the close-knit community, everybody like sharing ideas and stuff and hanging out. Some people are a lot better, more spread. I'm just a more independent of the community side of things at times. Like, I love hanging out with people, talking to people, having a good time and all that stuff. I did it all last year, and I'm doing it now with you guys here. But there was a lot of other stuff that was like going on that I just didn't really know how I felt about, and it's just a bunch of stuff about the 500 subscribers and stuff like that, which it doesn't affect me. So I don't know. I don't understand what I accidentally did or did not do, and if anybody is in the chat or whatever that there when I was there when I did or said something, I apologize. I don't.
He's holding his hand up. He's like,
His turn.
I'm still confused as fuck.
Yeah.
I know.
You didn't explain shit.
well, I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that.
I don't go at all. That's all good.
Honey, he's got a comb. How come he's got a comb for his beard? And he doesn't even have a beard.
Let me see the comb.
It's just-
He's trying to comb that little bitty thing, calling it a beard.
oh, I comb my side.
He's got a mustache one.
See, I had a beard like that when I was 12.
We've been seeing some birthday beards. So.
Yeah. We saw this dude in
Yeah.
the store. I swear his
It
beard
was
was to his
beautiful.
belly button.
It's
And it had the perfect waves in it and all that. And I was like, oh my gosh. And he was picking up a birthday cake and stuff. And she was like, is that for your beard? Is it having a birthday?
It was awesome. I was like, that's an awesome beard. What do you use for product?
Yeah.
Not that I want to do my beard, but my hair. I got hair.
I've never used any of that stuff in my beard or my mustache. My brother has some of that, I think.
No, I occasionally, whenever Mama wants me to put the foo-foo in there, I'll put some foo-foo in there
Yeah.
because Mama likes it. And if you want to be getting some Mama love, you got to put the foo-foo in the old beard there.
Otherwise, it just smells like man.
There you go.
This is an awkward conversation.
Otherwise, I smell like Mopars.
TMI.
That's what you need, Jed. You need the foo-foo in your beard.
There you
Anna
go.
likes the smell of man. She likes the smell of grease and gasoline. And butthole.
And she
Yeah.
likes to smell a Dookie van.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty
God.
simple.
Jeez.
We have too much fun on here.
What's at Ryan's expense?
Yeah. He's like, man, these guys come here, hijack my live, and start getting all weird.
And then
you
he
guys
pissed
can
somebody
hang out
off.
and do whatever. I'm trying to put out fires that I don't remember lighting the match.
Well,
That's
what do you do?
Now,
yeah. What did I do? I don't know.
sometimes when you go on a rant or you voice your opinion on a matter, no matter what, you're always going to piss someone off. even
Well,
if
and
you
it was
mean
weird
to
because
not.
there was a total of, at the time, there was a total of like 3, maybe 4 people in chat. And I will give credit where credit's due. The 2 or 3 or 4 people in chat were egging me on and enjoying seeing me get flustered.
Mhm. Yeah. Peer
I
pressure.
literally
I still
said-
don't know
I
what it
literally
was
said, like,
about.
No, I was
guess I
just
do.
talking about like no name stuff, whatever, and it was nothing like bad. And I may have been just misunderstood like that, and I didn't mean it like that. Nothing bad. I'm looking forward to going there. It's like it's one of the only reasons I'm putting together some of the cars and projects that I am. So, not pointing fingers at anybody, but if anybody thinks that I have negative whatever, I'm bad for the event or whatever other things, you can think that all you want, but it's not even kind of right.
I know what it is. It
What?
was you jumping up and down on that carousel that upset everybody.
No,
Oh, those
Still can't
poor
You just
Yeah.
kids.
pissed everybody off because nobody can ride the quarter carousel anymore.
I didn't
Busted.
break it. It came back to life after a minute.
You
After a
just make
minute.
the work.
Yeah.
He just made it tired. That's all.
And
We're
it
talking
leaked.
about the carousel outside of Lambert's.
Well, it was just tired.
I was
That was a
tired
late-
afterward.
That was
Well, let me tell you, I'm getting ready to be 55, and you'll still catch me riding one of them little quarter horsies outside the store. When you start getting old and crotchety and lose your sense of humor and all that crap, then you just ain't no good to be in polite society. You just go hole up somewhere and just stay there. I mean, I live out in the middle of nowhere, and I keep to myself an awful lot, but I do enjoy my little community here. I enjoy sharing what I'm doing with folks. I enjoy meeting folks and all that.
Oh yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun being able to talk to people and bounce ideas off, people, and just hang out and be able to share some common interest.
Right.
I think we need to get you drinking with Marty this time.
No, Marty needs to no Marty.
No. Was Marty overload for you, Ryan?
Jeez. Look who we have in Peter North is in the comments again.
Good looking honky. All right.
He joins my lives towards the end of my lives every time. I don't know who he is, but he claims to be some sort of
Porn star.
professional adult film person.
Yeah, he used to have a website and crap back in the day. He called me Ron Jeremy the other time.
You kind of do look like him.
Yeah, I know. Call me Ron Jeremy at work.
Here's the kind of porn I look at whenever, I'm not looking at cars.
That's a good kind of porn too.
Yeah, that's kind of porn I look at whenever I'm not looking at cars.
I saw one of those at Shields up in Kansas City, and it's just, I wish I had lots of money because I want one of those so bad. But I want one that's either chrome or gold.
Right.
Oh, better looking than Ron. Good looking honky. That's a heck. Wow.
Okay.
Right there, Ryan.
Hmm?
You said, "Are you all right, Ryan?"
Yeah.
How's the Belvedere coming?
It's still a car, kind of. I haven't been able to do much about it because it's been zero or negatives pretty much the entire week.
Yeah, it's not conducive to getting things done.
But this weekend's supposed to be 30s and up into 40 degrees for a couple days, so I'll be able to get some time into working on it then. Because trying to get the shop heated up from 0 to 60 degrees is a lot harder than from 30 to 60 degrees.
Yeah.
And fuel is expensive.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
I was trying to look here, Ryan, and see where you commented on my video, and I don't see it there. I don't know.
I did on the one that you tagged me, and I don't know.
Yeah. All right,
right.
I'll try this again. I'm sure this is it.
Yeah, Smoke Ranch, I will be going to Indy. I'm like 95% sure.
You setting up a stand there, Ryan?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so yeah.
Nope, just there to hang out, probably buy a couple things.
Yeah, I looked all through it. I don't see your comment there, but maybe
Yeah,
shoot me an
well-
email on my email address up there, and I can email you back or whatever.
Or yeah, you do whatever. Or
Yeah,
it's-
I got an email address up on my description on my page description or whatever.
okay, sure. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, I can shoot you an email probably tomorrow or something if I find one.
Yeah. Cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's the thing is I've got all the insides to it and all that. The only thing I don't have is the little cap on the bottom that holds it all together. I've got the spring, I've got the latch, I've got the mechanism, the little slide for it. I don't know if you've ever taken one of those apart, but it's pretty simple little. Yeah, but
I've got look closely at it.
I've got everything to it except the little bottom cap that holds it all together so it'll work. So, I mean, I figured worst case scenario, I fabricate a small little cap and put in there and then just put it in with some emblem epoxy.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the little button release for my console and my 72 Charger. That's what it's missing because my console door just flops open.
That's a pretty standard piece to get. It's not.
Yeah, I didn't figure it'd be too awful hard. I just thought Ryan might have one handy, and I would rather give my money to somebody that I know than some joker on eBay.
He is a joker on eBay, though.
Well, I'm a joker on eBay.
Well, okay, some joker I don't know on eBay. You didn't catch
that you know on
joker I don't know on eBay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
A familiar joker.
yeah, a familiar joker, a joker with a nice smile. What?
James needs your help real quick. Can you come here? Because
All right.
my phone's about dead and I can't take it off the charger with it.
Guys, I'm gonna have to hang it up. My nephew needs help again. I'm gonna have to go help him out. We'll see you guys.
Well, it's
Everybody
fun
have a good night, and
All right. See ya, Mike.
watch out for them videos for tomorrow, man. You guys gonna
Oh,
like
yeah.
it. We'll
Oh, yeah.
see
All
ya.
right.
Ryan, your little corner needs more tunnel ram.
My little corner needs more tunnel ram. I only have one tunnel ram.
Wait. Yep, that way. That way. Yep. Yep, see that?
Well, we know what Jed does at night.
Well, of course. There's a lotion
He takes a
bottle
pick
over
of which takes a pick of which tunnel ram he's going to molest, and then falls asleep.
there. Oh, you can't even see my bed. You don't know
spend too
what's
much
in
time
there.
looking- you
I
spend
don't
too
want to
much
know
time
what's in your
looking-
bed.
Jed, you spend too much time looking at the ports of a tunnel ram. Oh, jeez. I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that.
Yeah. Wow. Look
keep
at
doing
the look at the smile on his face while he does that. What's his other hand doing? He's oh wow.
This
I'm
video
using my mind.
This
Oh
video
my
got
God.
demonetized.
Oh, that's too much fun.
I don't think lives really get you much, anyways. But
No, not really.
you just cost me a whole 50 cents.
That's okay. I'll throw it at you at no name.
Yeah, you'll have a whole fistful of pennies. You won't have 2 quarters. You'll have a whole 50 pennies.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'll bring you 50 cents worth of gravel. With the price of rock, actually, you probably get like 4 pebbles.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking forward to Indy.
Should be fun. You just know that if you come looking to buy shit that's in my territory, I will fight you.
I'll let you make a lap first, but
Well, I will be making a lap before you.
probably, yeah.
I'll have a whole day before you.
Oh, you're not gonna let me in on setup day?
No, you're not paying for the booth.
I'll give you $20.
No.
Wow.
I already split the booth with Brian, so
Dang it.
You could really, Jed, you could really take advantage of this.
I could make all my friends pay until I literally have no money in my booth and people actually pay me.
Just think about this though. If I give you $20, that's 20% of your cost for $100 for a spot. And didn't you say you were already splitting it with Brian?
Yeah, Brian gets half.
So then you only have $50.
Yeah, that's why I wish I could actually get more space without changing areas. I refuse to give up my
Right.
spot.
Mm,
It's going to be really cramped in that little baby booth. It's going to be really cramped. Because I'm bringing parts. I'm going to just tell everybody, if you want to come to the booth, you got to buy something. At least my friends. Just the random guys, they come in if they want to or not.
Yeah.
Friends, you want to hang out, you got to pay. We got to buy something.
you're going to be surrounded by five random people like, hey, I watch your channel. And you're going to be like, help.
No, it's just when I escape out the exit. We're actually right next door we're right behind or right in front of a loading dock.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I obviously would appreciate anybody that watches my stuff and whatever, but I imagine when you're trying to do work-related whatever things, that might get mildly annoying.
Yeah, as long as there ain't too many people in the booth.
Yeah.
If they actually buy something, it's a plus.
I end up talking to a lot of guys about parts and all kinds of just car-related stuff, and next thing you know, I look at the phone, and I've been on the phone for an hour, and I've gotten nothing done, and I'm like,
That's why I haven't been taking too many phone calls.
They
I have
just
spent, I've spent probably 1/10 of the time I normally do on the phone. I've gotten a lot more done.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's good talking to people and hanging out and whatever, but there's a point where it's like, all right, we've been on the phone for the better part of an hour. Either get to the point or I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Depends on the person.
Yeah.
Is that
If it's
swap
something
meet
you
mostly
know-
Mopars?
It's Mopar only. It's Indy Cylinder who puts it on.
Oh,
There's a couple
okay.
of guys who bring Chevy stuff, some Ford stuff. There's occasionally like the odd and end that don't belong just because they have it.
Wasn't Indy Cylinder Head part of? Don't they own Arrow Racing Heads also?
I don't know.
I thought Arrowhead was part of them too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I had a set of Arrowhead heads on my small block. And then
As far as I
they
know,
would keep-
Indy's always been 100% Mopar, and then they got AMC stuff.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Oh.
Arrowhead is part of their other ones that don't do anything. Or that doesn't. Maybe that's a subsidiary that doesn't do the Mopar stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if Indy is connected with anybody. All right, Ryan, entertain us.
That's all I got.
You couldn't even do jazz hands properly.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's kind of unfortunate that I can do that well.
Nope. I gotta get freaking back on task. I'm too worried about offending people, apparently.
It'll work itself out.
hope so.
You'll be
Christ,
fine.
I'm offended, and I'm just sitting here.
Good job.
Are you telling me that my face and my voice are offensive? Don't answer
Oh my
that.
God, I
Answer
can't
that.
stand it.
They actually are kind of offensive. Your lack of facial hair does bother me.
The fact that you look like you're 12 just bothers me.
You know, we were sharing awkward photos of ourselves, and he had a picture of him like when he was 8.
And he looks
could-
the same.
It was identical.
I was in that picture. I was 7. Yeah,
Yeah, it looked identical to you.
yeah. I've been just working on listing parts. I got that carburetor today, and then I was doing research on Civil War era conversion rifles.
Oh,
Well, that's
That's
interesting. What are you converting it to?
No, it's
Converting it to center fires or rim fires?
it's center fire, but it's and I don't know a ton about it. I just got into it kind of very recently. But it's from, God, I'm losing terminology. Jed would know. It's converting to like a trapdoor style.
Yeah.
As opposed to the previous era, like the Springfield
Yeah, breech
18,
loaders.
yeah, the Springfield 1860, 1865 and 66, and the earlier ones before the conversion was kind of beginning the Civil War era, and he wasn't even the first one to do it. The first one that got the patent, but then Berdan was actually the first one to patent it and actually sued, and they won. But Springfield still made the slightly better quality unit and was still the military issue for a majority of them, even though Berdan was actually patent the trapdoor style.
Interesting.
Anyways, that's more because I'm trying to read up and learn stuff, because going to my mom is like an expert on that kind of stuff, and she's doing a big gun show that she's going to, and doing a big display about conversion rifles of that era, and she's trying to teach me stuff and make me kind of learn stuff, which I do have interest in, because none of my siblings or my stepdad's kids have any interest at all, and I have some interest, so my mom's trying to get one of us to give a crap, basically.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's
she basically
cool.
called me and told me, "All right, you're it. You're our last hope." No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah. I mean, I do find the stuff interesting, though, so that's nice. I'd rather learn something I'm interested in than be almost forced to figure something out that you're not interested in,
So you're gonna have your car done by No Names?
I will have a car done regardless.
Means you're bringing the G body, huh?
No. Hey, Wilburn.
Oh,
I didn't know you knew about
not bringing the
something.
Oldsmobile.
No, I'm not bringing the Oldsmobile. The Oldsmobile hides in the corner where nobody can see it.
Yeah, but I saw it.
Yeah, I know. It's a really nice car.
It does look like a nice car.
Better to be in an
Don't be-
Oldsmobile than a Pontiac.
Mm.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Mr. Trans Am over there.
Hey, I always preferred the 403 Olds to the 400 Pontiac.
My dad wants to do a 403 Olds for the Cutlass
That'd be cool.
rather than the
They're not bad
307.
engines. It's just that the window mains just kind of make them weak.
I just like the torque of it.
Yeah, they are torquey.
Well,
Pistons are pretty
403
far down in the hole too.
That 403 would be a lot better than the stock 307 that's in it.
Oh, well, it's what? That's an 88, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the small ports on it. So even if you switch to the earlier heads, it would still make more power.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with them really. All I know
Marty,
is my dad wants to put together like a mild 403. Ryan should have gotten the clock this year. Yeah, I should have. I should have maybe got some. I don't know.
I don't know. I got an article sitting on the floor here in front of me from what 1980, where they modified a 403 to in hot rod, and they got it to run like 13 seconds just with bolt-ons and stuff.
Wow.
Pretty interesting read.
Yeah, like I mean, it's just the exhaust on those cars are so bad too. The Y pipe.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, even on the Z28s and even the 400 cars, it was a real bullshit deal with them.
I used to have the original Y pipe off of Jezebel.
Huh?
The original Y pipe on Jezebel.
I used to still have it. I think it got
Oh, yeah.
scrapped.
For what it was, a 318 car.
Yeah, 318 two barrel.
I think on the Cutlass, it doesn't even go like from manifolds down into like the other pipe. It's not even just like a Y pipe. I think it goes underneath and into the other manifold and then out.
Yeah, because it has a crossover manifold from side to side.
Yeah.
It's some weird Oldsmobile thing. They run a
Yeah.
pipe from one manifold over to the other manifold, and then the exhaust dumps out of one manifold and goes back.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet if we were just to simply put true flowing dual exhaust on it and headers, that alone would just open that thing up just a little bit, like noticeably, I would think. Even
A
it
little
just being
bit, but
7, but
yeah. But the intake ports are really tiny on the later 307s. They're just real small.
Yeah, I don't
On the
know.
earlier ones, the ports are bigger, and then in 85 they changed them and they went to a real small port.
yeah, and
So-
I don't know what the aftermarket support for Olds 307 is.
No, not much. It is roller
Yeah.
cam though. That is a roller motor. It does have a roller cam in
Oh,
it.
interesting.
So
I had a roller cam engine one other time, and that's it. I had an 88 Dodge D250. That thing was a piece of crap. But that was the
it had a roller
88,
cam in it.
Yeah, 88 was the crossover for the throttle body injection TBI. Yeah. But
Okay.
I did not like that. I wanted to swap the.
Did Ryan freeze for you,
I never
Chris?
got around to.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, he's frozen now.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, it's a little glitchy. I'm gonna give it a minute.
So Jed, when's the aluminum Hemi
Oh,
going to
geez,
be
that's
done?
When I win the lottery.
When you win the lottery?
I had enough to buy a block, and now I just got to decide what I want to do for rotating assembly.
Yeah.
I don't really want to build a stroker Hemi, but I kind of just want a 426, but just depends on what comes my way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you gonna buy like an aftermarket rotating assembly, or you gonna just use all factory shit?
Well, I don't really want to put anything used in that engine.
Yeah.
So I was thinking if I bought a kit from like Hughes, their rotating assembly is like $3,000. And it's all Molnar top shelf stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to like Ray Barton, he wants another 1,000 on top. And
Why is that?
I have no idea why Ray wants so much more.
Oh.
So I probably was just going to buy a rotating assembly and make it a 472.
Yeah.
Because I ordered the block and stock bore 4240 rough bore. So it can be machined out to 4250 standard bore. I probably should have gone for the 4.5-inch bore, but oh well.
Yeah.
That makes the stroker kits more expensive.
Yeah.
There, say
Yes,
hi.
imagine.
Yeah. Ray Barton's not. He's in our area here. He's down around Lancaster, I think.
Yeah, he's really nice. I've talked to him a handful of times.
Yeah.
Smoke Ranch says Ray's got to pay for all those drag cars.
He does build some wicked engines, that's for sure.
That's true. That's a cool photo, John. Mr. Wilburn just sent me a picture. That looks cool. Ryan, tell us a story.
I don't have any stories. I was just looking at the Holly HP, and I was thinking I probably got to order a kit for it.
I wouldn't order a kit until you're ready to put it on something.
Did you buy another
No,
carburetor,
that's-
Ryan?
Oh, you weren't in here when I showed you. Showed it off. I actually showed this thing off twice. Got a 750 HP.
Oh, nice. What'd you pay for that?
$100 to the door.
Wow.
That's a good deal. But it's got
Are there,
it's got all the good stuff: four-corner idle, adjustable air release, all the good stuff on it. It's the only problem is there's supposed to be a arm connecting the primary and secondary, and that's missing. So I'm gonna have to get one of those.
well, it's mechanical
but
secondary, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 The only way.
Currently, it performs about as good as a vacuum secondary.
Wow. Wow.
It's a glorified two-barrel.
It's a really little two barrel.
Yeah.
You can find those. I think Collie used to sell those arms.
Oh, you can get it from Allstate.
And the fuel line is on backwards. The fuel line's facing the back of the engine.
Well, sometimes people do that. Keep it away from heat.
Must have been off a Ford. Everything on a Ford is backwards.
It's actually off a Mopar, so I don't understand why it's like that.
Maybe they had the
And
fuel
then
line
somebody-
wrap around the back of the carburetor and then like loop around
And
the
somebody
balancer.
put this glorified drain plug style on here, where it's just a stud, and this is just a nut that comes off. As a
Oh, for
drain.
your bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a drain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty trick.
Yeah, I think they've
Did
been
you
doing
shake
that
it
for
to
a
make
long
sure there's
time.
floats in it?
Yeah,
There you go.
I think they're plastic.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing I do when I pick up a used carburetor is I shake it. Then people look at me all stupid. And it's like, well, yeah, then you get home and there's nothing in it.
Well,
Yeah.
see, now I know this. I'm going to put rocks in the float balls of all my carburetors.
You're turning them into maracas.
I can tell the difference between rocks and float bowls and floats.
Maybe. I'm
Yeah.
going to study the sounds the float bowls make.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to find the right combination of rocks.
Right combination of rocks.
Yeah, based on the
Wow.
sound, I think these are probably the plastic float bowls.
Yeah, you can typically tell by the sound they make. If it's kind of a thud, it's
Yeah.
plastic. That ought to be new enough. It ought to be nitrophyll.
Yeah, those
Probably.
things suck.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I like the old school brass floats.
Yeah, so do I. I don't. Even the plastic ones are junk.
I have 3 carburetors here that have brass in the front and plastic in the back. And it's like, geez.
Yeah,
how
that
many
was a
plastic
thing that they did. Yeah, they did that like in the late '80s, early '90s. They'd have brass in the front and plastic in the back. For what reason, I don't know.
Well, yeah, and my quick fuel has jet extensions. So that's why it has plastic in the back, because it has little clearance spots for it.
Yeah, it has to cut out float to clear the jet extensions.
But yeah, when I bought this, the guy told me it was a 850. Showed up, ran the number. It's a 750. I wanted it to be an
So-
850 because I wanted to run this on the Super Bee. Well, this one's going on the Roadrunner.
You'd be amazed what a 750 will feed.
Yeah, they'll feed quite a bit.
I
Well-
mean, Williams' truck, he had a 750 on his truck on his 383. And I told him, he was talking about going down to a 700. And I sold him a 650 instead. He said that truck is night and day difference having the smaller carburetor on it.
Well, I think this will perform decent on the 71 Roadrunner. That's got a 509 cam, headers, and probably a couple other modifications to it. So it's beyond, normal 383. It might be just a hair much, but I don't know. I think it'll do better than putting a 650 on it. It's got a
I always
750
go-
vacuum now.
I always like to go smaller than bigger on carburetors.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm
Well, I
trying to
didn't
next
realize that-
buy 2 1090 King Demons into 800 CFM King Demons.
I didn't realize it at the time, but all my dyno results for my 440 are with a
Mhm.
850 quick fuel vacuum secondary. So
Ew. Yeah, the third King Demon I bought, it was kind of funny. I took the float balls off it because that's all I wanted off of it. And it had the black metering block, which for anybody who doesn't know, that's the alcohol stuff for Barry Grant. And the jet extensions in those metering blocks, good God. They're huge because the jets are 185 alcohol jets.
Oh wow, yeah, because you got to flow so much alcohol.
Yeah, and that primary metering block, the jet in it, hell, you could take the fucking end of this carbide bit and shove it through the jet. It's so big.
Jesus,
Yeah, someone was running some serious steam through that carburetor.
wow.
now is the overall King Demon main body the same?
Should be
Or
the
is
same.
it just the okay?
I don't know
Yeah,
if there's
I figured,
something in
but-
the main body they change orifice wise for the metering block. I don't think so.
Oh,
I would think
yeah,
all
I
the
suppose.
changes would just be in the metering block. Because with alcohol, you just gotta, you gotta flow so much of that just to keep it.
Yeah, so
Just
if you could just get a normal pair of, well, there is a normal pair of Barry Grant float bowls or metering blocks over there, 2 different sets I could put on that other King Demon, but I got the parts I wanted off of it. It's going to go for sale. It doesn't have any sleeves I don't already have, so
Yeah.
I'm on the hunt for red or greens or
Can,
black.
can you still That's right. They had this replace the Venturi sleeves in them. I forgot about that.
I got 2 sets of
There
blues.
was a
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got.
there was a
I got 3 sets of blue sleeves, which are 1090s, and
Mm-hmm.
then a set of blacks, and the blacks make it a 900 or 1,000. Yeah, blacks make it a 999.
Yeah, I forgot that they even made those carburetors
Yeah,
with the replaceable sleeves because they made a street version too that you could do that with.
yeah, I've got one of the 4150s.
yeah. I just saw one of those. I just saw a 4150 removable sleeve today for sale. It was a really good deal. I should have bought it. $300.
I paid $250 for my Berry Grant, and it came with all of the sleeves. Well, all the easy sleeves. Because when you get real small in the sleeves, that's where a book like this is really handy. Whereas catalogs, it tells you what you have to run certain sleeves when you start getting real small.
Oh, really?
Like you put the orange sleeves in, which make it a 390. Yeah, you got to change base plate shit out.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to find the book page. I just don't. King Demons are cool.
We put an old original Berry Grant double pumper on Tom's car. 750.
Back when it was still a Holly modified carburetor.
Yep. Yeah.
So one of the Dominators I accidentally bought is an old Holly Dominator that Berry Grant modified. It's got his sticker on there. Actually, it's a logo that's glued on, but they've been converted to 3-circuit. His Dominator. He was I messaged him on Facebook. I found him. He hasn't got back to me. I was just wanting to say I love you in a non-gay way.
In a non-gay way. Well, I don't know if there's a non-gay way to say that.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. That carburetor works good though.
He knew his shit.
Yeah.
He was well on his way, in my opinion, of putting Holly out of business, and I wasn't even alive.
Well, and that's why they bought him and sued him and
Buried
other nonsense. Yeah.
You know, he had another company he started. It was called Granted Acceleration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's a reason why you can't find any information on it, I imagine. One day he was building carburetors again for people, and then all of a sudden, you can't find his information. Poor bastard.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Holly said,
You know, they probably stomped on him before it even got around. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was
they
right there for him.
I mean, they bought Quick Fuel up pretty quick. I'm waiting
Yeah, I
for him
don't
to
know
buy
if
AED.
Yeah, that'll be the next one. Or that
those AED, those AED carbs are expensive.
I was
Yeah.
trying to think. There's what is it? ATM something, AKT, or one of my viewers keeps sending me some other brand of carburetor, and they're pretty affordable for what they are. They're real fancy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what the name of it is.
There's so many places out there that do stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if the 650 quick fuel I have, if that one is pre or post Holly buyout. I don't know when that happened.
That happened about 2 or 3 years ago. Because I went on the Quick Fuel's website and it directed me to Holly, and I was like, really? And
That's when
I
you know the
discovered
quality
it.
starts going down.
Exactly. And it's like, oh, here we go. So
Well, I know the one I have isn't all that recent, probably because the The shiny finish on it is actually good.
I think you need to put a Predator on your car. That's what you need.
That is what he needs.
You need a Predator. You need dual Predators.
He needs 3 Predators,
Oh, that'd be even cooler yet. 3.
just like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
A Predator 6-pack.
Yeah.
Those are technically kind of a 2 barrels, so
Well, isn't it like one big butterfly?
yeah, I think there's 2 flaps or something in there. I sold all. I sold my 2 Predators. So I don't
Yeah, there's
have-
there's 2 flaps for the variable Venturi type bullshit that goes on in it. And then it uses some sort of goofy tube that goes through with a bunch of holes drilled in it.
They're definitely interesting.
Yeah. Yep. What do they flow from? What? 600 to 950, something like that.
I honestly couldn't tell you what they flow.
Yeah, and that's just in one carburetor. It flows all the way up. I remember reading a bunch of tuning on them in Hot Rod back in the day, and I thought it was quite interesting. But now I'm old, and
I just don't know how practical.
what's that?
I said I
You
just
just
don't
don't
know
have
how
a Predator.
practical they are.
They're right. I don't know. I knew guys that ran them on the street, never really had any problems with them. So it would look cool with 2 big boxes on the intake, though. Or 3.
You ever seen the Predator velocity stacks they used to have?
No, I'm trying to. I probably have, Jed, but it's been so long.
So it's literally just like your normal round velocity stack, but it's a square instead. Because the
Okay.
opening's a square. So it's
Yeah.
just it's a square velocity stack. How the hell that works?
That's fun.
Nice.
Ryan,
Well,
can you tell
guys,
me
I'm
a
gonna.
story now?
What's that?
Oh, I was asking Ryan if he could tell me a story now. I've been asking him this like every hour. If he'll
Yeah.
tell me a story, and he still fails me.
I don't
don't
have
know.
any good stories.
Those stories.
The best story I have, this is going to sound very random, but when I was a kid, I was probably like 7, which means my little sister was about 3. We went
Oh,
bowling.
God.
Yeah, we went bowling. And this is my first time for my little sister, who was like 3 or 4 at the time, bowling. She didn't let go of the ball.
Oh,
And she went rolling, like spinning back, like backwards somersaulting halfway down the lane. And somehow my mom managed to, in 2007 or something, whatever it was, snap a picture of her like in motion going down the lane. So
2000.
2 years ago Christmas, I took that picture into whatever place and had it framed and gave it to her for Christmas.
Wow.
There you
Does
go,
she even
Jimmy.
remember it happening?
Probably not, but she's heard people talk about it, obviously, a lot.
Well, now she'll never forget because you gave it to her in a picture.
Yeah, it's one of those like rectangle, like canvas ones where it wraps around the edges and stuff, and it doesn't have like a frame. It's like I don't know how to explain, but they're cool. Yeah. It was funny. It was like the best $15 I spent because she opened it and she's like, really?
Well, at least you gave us a story.
Yes,
That's all
I
I
did.
can.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure you'll.
I could die happy, but I can't die happy.
No,
Like
you need to
the
build another.
story.
Henry
At least you gave a story, but it wasn't the story I was looking for.
What kind of story you need to hear? Jeez.
Oh, I wanted you to tell the story about that time where you, I, and Anna were talking about your decision on what you have to have happen to you at
No.
23.
No. That's not
You
a
tell that
story.
story
That's-
on live, and you tell the real story, not your weird fantasy version of it.
That weird fantasy version of it.
You would have a 1 million subscriber channel just off that story.
If I told that story, I'd have a demonetized channel.
Who cares? You'd have 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, who cares? Month of January, I made $8.
That's
Well,
better than nothing.
You're getting rich, brother.
I haven't made it to 10 yet. Big steps.
Who wants to hear the story?
Maybe
Share with
like
us.
Like $1 a day. What?
Yeah, Tim wants to hear the story.
Yeah, share with
No,
us.
No. Mm-mm.
Tim, let's just say, okay, let's just hypothetically.
No.
You know how a hot dog and a bun looks?
No. That
Holy Christ.
And
is,
now,
just come up with that.
the seed is planted. He won't be able to sleep or live until he knows the rest.
Tim, if you want to hear the whole story, show up at No Name.
No, he could witness it there.
No.
Hey, you and I agreed.
No, we did not.
Neither of us are going to be happy about this, but damn it, a deal's a deal.
No, we are not.
You don't get that choice. Remember, Ryan, I have this posse. Chris, if he's there again, he will be a part of this posse. And they will hold you down and make you honor your side. Because I'll have to honor mine. Like I said, neither of us are winning on this.
It won't be so bad if you get drunk, Ryan.
That's true. At least then you can black out.
I don't
Black-
drink.
You give him a roofie, Jed.
There we go.
We'll just roofie his ass.
Well, and then we
No.
could just set up a line, $3, take your pass.
That's not right.
No.
That's too much.
But it's funny as shit.
I'm trying to think of something else to add to it, but it's just like, whoo.
a good stopping point.
I think we upset him now, Jed.
No, he's fine. He gets
Mom.
he's got fairly thick skin for a Zoomer. You know, we got three
okay, that's it.
generations here.
It's been a stressful night.
Well, yeah, I guess we do. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we got 3 generations
Yeah.
here.
Why has it been stressful? What's that?
Because I thought
Oh, yeah,
apparently I lit the world. I don't know.
Oh, Ryan said some stuff earlier. I don't even know what was said. It's something about no name, and it kind of angered another friend of ours, and shit's getting squashed before it even starts, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't.
Which
mean
is
harm to
you,
anybody.
Ryan, which is you calling the other guy and talking this shit out.
Yeah, when he's not working, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I
I'm
sent
all
Jed a
about
picture of me with an afro.
That was fantastic. I had a fucking afro earlier today from all the fumes in the garage and all the grease flying. My
Yeah.
hair was just everywhere. It was bad.
Yeah, that's natural. I hated my hair.
Yeah.
It just turned into a
glad-
great big poof ball.
I'm glad that my hair has mostly relaxed. But it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, trust me, I know
One
all
of your-
about it.
one of your more-
Now I
more
have
recent-
less. Now I don't have any hair, so now I don't really need to worry about it.
You just have the back.
My dad
that-
turned to me.
I know. I have that
My
freaky
dad-
Gallagher thing going on.
After
Or as Marty
watching
says,
your
Ben
most recent
Franklin.
video, after watching your video last week, Jed, my dad turned to me and he said, "What's with the chops?
with the what?
With the chops on Jed?"
The sideburns.
Oh, well, I've worn a full beard since cancer. And one night I was just sitting in the mirror and I was looking at myself and I put fingers up there and I was like, yeah, fuck it. And I grabbed my razor and I went, oh, God, no. I said, fuck. So then I went and matched the other side. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, this is bad. This is really bad. So I sat there and did a bunch of trimming and shit. And I told Anna, this is basically what mutton chops look like. And I did this. And she goes, yeah, no. I guess she doesn't mind this as much. I don't know. It makes me look a little bit younger. It's kind of a bitch to trim, though. Let me tell you. I do not miss the days of trying to match sideburns. And I can't wait for the beard to grow back in. So much easier.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass because you always get one side crooked.
If you don't get it crooked, you get it a little too short, and then you got to try and match it. Then all of a sudden, back to this side, and there's nothing.
Yeah. And if you're half asleep, it's even worse yet.
See, I shave best actually when I'm right before I go to bed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think about it as much. I'm not as worried. I just say fuck it.
Well, guys, I'm going to hop off.
All right, Chris, you have a good night,
All right.
man.
I will. Same to you, Jed. Same to you, Ryan. I'll
Yeah,
see you
have a
guys
good
later.
night, Chris.
Yeah. That's an awkward face for Chris to freeze on. Oh, okay. Ryan,
Hmm,
live demands your attention.
I'm sending a text.
Oh. Well, hi, people in live. I will acknowledge your presence. I don't know how many of you there are, but I say hi.
7.
Hi, 7 people.
Yeah. It's 10:50. I'm cutting it at 11. So I got a little longer, but not much. Because I guess there's somebody else is doing a live at 11. So
Oh,
I'll try to be courteous of people.
well, Tim, you have
People-
like the past 6 comments, so I imagine you're still here.
I would assume so. He just said I'm still here. Yeah, I don't know. You get the comments before I do, which is weird.
Isn't that? Oh, it's
Are you
because
looking at it through YouTube?
I got the pop-up chat.
Okay, because I'm looking at it through StreamYard. That's why.
Okay. Well, I'm actually in the Midwest instead of the imaginary Midwest.
We are the Midwest.
There's nothing mid about where you are. You're in the north.
It's Midwest from east to west. It's not Midwest as in north to south.
You're in the North Midwest, then.
Our Mopar show is called Midwest Mopars in the Park.
I'm in the Midwest.
Yes, I know you are. So am I.
Kansas is Midwest.
Yes.
Minnesota is very far from the Midwest. That's the north.
You are central Midwest. I am northern Midwest.
At least say it that way.
Okay.
Because I can say just Midwest.
Mm.
I don't know why it's such a thing to me. It's kind of annoying because everybody's Midwest. It's like you're either on the East Coast, which is like this part of the country, or you're on the West Coast, which is this part of this small of the country, and then you have this part that's the Midwest. So
Yeah.
everything in between.
And then there's north and south, which is a whole different category. There's a whole war about it.
Yeah, like what do we call Texas?
Texas.
Yeah,
Texas just is Texas.
true.
It just is. But yeah, I'm excited for it to get warmer so I can, first of all, try to get the 71 Roadrunner to even start. I don't know what the heck the deal is with that thing. I've already said that before, but you let that thing sit for a day, all the fuel is just gone out of it.
By the way, just so you know, when you buy a rebuild kit for the HP,
Yeah.
you need to get an HP rebuild kit.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. I kind of figured that they'd be different, but I didn't know.
Yeah, make sure you buy the right kit, and the HP kits are more expensive.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll run that through the ultrasonic cleaner maybe this weekend or something. I'll clean up nice.
Should.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about the HP is it's just, I mean, it's a good looking carburetor and everything, but it's just plain. It's not shiny. It's not gold. It's not chrome. It's not, there's
That
just,
one maybe.
just- huh?
That one maybe.
Yeah, it's just gray.
Most of the HPs I've owned they were still zinc dichromate.
Like you can see the original
Oh,
finish on the
so
main
that
body and stuff.
is definitely a 90s ish or 2000s. That's got that silvery finish on it. It's not like it was zinc dichromate, something scrubbed off.
Yeah.
That carburetor
it does
sold
have, like-
William. One of the carburetors I sold William was that finish.
Yeah, it does have a finish and everything, but it's not like the zinc dichromate, but it does have a shine to it a little bit.
Zinc dichromate greatness right there. Ooh,
Mhm.
try and get that just right. We'll just do that. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
It really is the best finish on a carb
It is.
when it's good. That's why I wanted that 850 center squirter I found that my friend has. That thing is,
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal. It looks like it's brand new. Basically, it's been sitting on a shelf for the last 30 years. The actual gold coloring is like perfect on it.
I'll sell you a 953 barrel if you want one.
I passed on one a while back. I shouldn't have passed on. It was a really good deal, but
I also got another pair of 660s I'm going to be buying.
yeah,
I got to
Tunnel
reassemble them.
those would be cool on my tunnel ram.
Yeah. Or a pair of 750 double pumpers that are real tunnel ram carbs, like the ones seen behind me.
Yeah.
There's actually two sets of those in here on both those tunnel rams.
What are you gonna put on the darts tunnel ram? You like?
I still want a pair of 390s. I got one. I just got to match it.
I saw one the other day for sale, but people want pretty good money for the 390 double bumpers.
Yeah. They're expensive.
There's one. Yeah, there's one nearby. I think the guy wanted like $350 for it or something. It was kind of a lot.
Yeah. That or I'll get another 650 Screaming Demon and I'll just put 2 650s on it, which is not what I want to do, but I could.
Yeah, that tunnel ram I got, when I got it, it had a pair of 390 vacuum secondary carbs.
Yeah, those don't do anything for me.
Yeah. A guy bought them from me for $350 though.
See, I would have just parted them out.
Yeah. He said he was going to rebuild them and put them on a tunnel ram that was on like a 350 Chevy or something. Yeah. Something like that. Something smaller cubic inch that didn't really need the CFM.
Well, CFM isn't got anything to do with really this cubic inch. It's all about the airflow through the cylinder heads. That's why on some 440s you can get away with something really small. Well, you got a minute left, Ryan.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Yeah. A minute is a long time. But don't knock over the tunnel ram.
I don't think she has a chance in hell of doing that.
Yeah, they're heavier than they look.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not.
And she's
that
not.
heavy.
You're only small physically. Spiritually, you are a panther or a jaguar.
All right, I'm gonna shut down for the people here. So, anybody that had the time to hang out, it was definitely fun hanging out. And thank you for everybody commenting and helping keep everything going and keeping the people on stream entertained, even as well as us trying to entertain you. But anyways, definitely thank you everybody for hanging out, and we'll see you on another live later on. Everybody have a good night.
Good night, everybody.